What up? What up? What up? YouTube? How y'all feeling? Today we gonna touch on that. Why Gabonte Tank Davis ain't in a rush to fight Steven Shakur or Shakur Stevenson. My bad. But yeah. If me personally, I don't think it will ever happen. Like as people say in the world, a lot of people in the boxing world be saying like, that's who they want to see. That's the fight they want to see. It's kind of like the Manny Pacquiao and the Floyd Mayweather, far as promo. That's two big names going head to head, but right here I would tell y'all why it don't resonate and vibe by. Like for me, if I'm Tank, Steven Shakur is a good fighter. He do his thing out there. But Tank is the type of fighter that's like he a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he get in there and get the work. So with Steven Shakur, I seen an interview where he said, "I'm the best defense." I believe he said something like that. Like he got the best defense in boxing or something like that. So I guess Floyd just ain't Floyd. And shout outs to Floyd. He just brought another watch and some more cars. But he said he got the best defensive boxer. And I had to chuckle at that one because me personally, I don't call running backwards defense. Like one of them guys he fought, I can't remember what I think it was the last fight he had where dude said like, you see, he respected my power. He didn't want to stand in there and go blow for blow. And that brings me to my point, whereas though that's why Tank ain't worried about fighting Steven Shakur, because we all heard Steven Shakur say, you sometimes you gotta say F the fans and just get out of there. To me it seemed like he been saying that a lot lately, like F the fans, let me just win. And when you doing that, you can't be calling out the Tank Davisons. When you like, I never seen Steven Shakur use a boxing defense to get out of trouble. Only thing he do is he can jump back real fast and ain't nobody trying to chase you down. Like when Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather hit the big screen, we was all waiting for that. And what did Floyd do? Floyd did exactly what everybody thought he was going to do. He boxed. Floyd didn't get in there to get a knockout. Floyd didn't get in there to look pretty. Floyd got in there to get a paycheck. And sure enough, that's what he did. But I can tell you one thing, Floyd had some good highlights in that fight. He wasn't running the whole fight like Pacquiao was able to land some blows that could have sent Floyd packing. But Floyd, he got a strong chin. Like he better than a lot of people give him credit for. But Pacquiao didn't come out with that. Now Shakur, on the other hand, he runs the whole fight. Like to me, like when I first came across his name, I was like, hey, let me check him out. And as I'm watching him, I'm like, what's wrong with this fight? Like, it's boring. Something like I couldn't put my hands on it. But once I started seeing what people was talking about and saying like he's a born fighter, and I started watching more of him, that's when I realized like, oh, when I started seeing his interviews, I was, oh, okay. He just want to win. He ain't getting in there to try and put somebody on their back. You know, if he can't do it without getting wet, he ain't going for it. See, Tank on the other hand, he coming in there to lay you down. Like that's his whole goal. He wanna knock you out. Now, if it go to the cards, it go to the cards. But when Tank come in there, bets believe he coming in there for a knockout. And the setup it just be too much when he does it. Like I don't like as of right now, Tank is my favorite fighter, hands down. So to hear all this Tank ducking Steven Shakur, he's not. What he gotta duck Steven Shakur for when he the up guy. Like he can pick anybody he want. Everybody Steven Shakur. Let's not forget, we all witnessed Steven Shakur getting booed in his hometown. Now let Tank go to Baltimore and fight. They gonna be turned up. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that city gonna be turned out. It ain't no booing, none of that. When your own hometown booing you on a come out, and after you get a win, they still booing you. That's because you ain't doing what you supposed to do in that ring, which is box, hand to hand, toe to toe. Like you gotta get wet. You can't be on that. Oh, like jumping back and skipping backwards is not defense. I don't care what nobody said. That's like, nah, I ain't letting you do that. I ain't a boxer, but I know I love the sport, and that is not defense what he be doing. Steven Shakur, no disrespect to you, but you got a lot of work to do. For you to be doing it as long as you've been doing it, and to still not have that defensive side down, that goes to show me you're an offensive fighter. Once you got your first real fight, you realize that, all right, I can be touched because these guys are professionals, and you know you can go down because you most likely done caught a few shots that like, oh, that one, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So most likely that's how you felt, and ever since then you was like, hey, if I can get it on the cards, that's how I'm gonna get it. But Tank ain't ducking no Steven Shakur. I can tell you that now. And I'm gonna touch on this topic again. I might do it every time I see somebody say it. Every time I see somebody say that Tank Davis ducking Steven Shakur, it's not. It's not. Just put yourself in Tank's shoes. If I'm boxing you, I want to be able to get in there and handle business. I want to get some toe-to-toe action. Like, if you getting too wet in a toe-to-toe action, you jump out, get yourself together, then come back. That's what it is. But when you skipping backwards and I got to chase you around the whole time, nah. It ain't no reason. Like, that's what, like, the same way Steven Shakur box in the ring, that little skip back stuff, we used to do that when we was little, when we played fight and stuff, you know, it'd be, like, y'all can't tell me that about Tank Davis. Y'all can't say that about Gavante. I'm sorry. Go watch Gavante, and then go watch Steven, and then you'll see. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It ain't no shade to Shakur, like for the people that don't pick up the match, like, cause he said a lot of people turn him down. That's the reason why. I guarantee you. Let your next fight be you in the kitchen cooking, throwing power punches, trying. Put somebody on their back. Somebody can possibly put you on your back, even if you get knocked down. Get back up and then win the fight. I guarantee you, even if you lose, as long as you get in that kitchen and cook, I guarantee you everybody be knocking on your door. I guarantee you everybody be giving you your big ups. But to come to your hometown and get booed, you gotta know that you're doing something wrong. And it's that skip back. That skip back is all that's stopping you. If you learn how to get out the way of them punches without doing all that skipping, you gonna be alright. Like you gonna be somebody to be first. Like I can tell you, you gonna be a pay-per-view sensation. But as long as you study doing that skip back, you ain't going to get to that next level. And that's the only reason why Tank ain't worried. Tank is not about to chase you around the ring. He's not. And it's not no bashing. Like I'm not bashing none of that. I'm just telling you where you stop at in boxing. And that's just that. Don't nobody want to fight you because they scared of you. That's the last thing. Look how little you is, and look at a lot of these guys. Like I can almost guarantee if you get in there and toe to toe with Pitbull, you gonna get knocked down. If you stay in there with him, you possibly get knocked out. I'm just saying from what I see. So if you can't even get him on the line when Tank then took him down, you know it ain't the boxers, it's you. And sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta fix you and say and accept that, yeah, that's my flaw. And that's when people realize, okay, so he gonna work on that, get better, come back, get the cooking, and we can see what you can come up with. But jumping backwards from out of the kitchen is not boxing. That's not defense. That's just running. Like, I don't know what else to say. But I'm not worried about seeing Gervonta Tank Davis versus Steven Shakur. I'm really not. That's like until Steven Shakur stop with that skipping, I don't want to see it. Cause I want to see them get in there and blow for blow and do all the stuff that I see Gervonta do. But hey, that's just my 2 cents on that situation. Hey, y'all gotta pay attention when y'all out here, cause sometimes people be saying anything, and there's no shots to Steven Shakur, but sometimes people just be saying stuff and it'll go over your head and you'll probably follow through with it like, yeah, that's true, or it's because of this. Like, nah. Like, before I get out of here, let me throw this in there. When Floyd was denying fighting Pacquiao, it wasn't because he was scared of Manny Pacquiao. He knew that Pacquiao was on the come up. Pacquiao was on the come up. Pacquiao was built in his brand, his name, as Mayweather already had. If you want to be technical, if you ask me, Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather saved boxing at that moment because we wasn't really looking for nobody else after that. We was like, dang, these two is the only that's all everybody was talking about. Only way you was watching boxing if you really a super duper fan. But everybody was waiting for Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. Floyd waited till the right time, got in there, they handled business, and look at the payday. So he knew what he was doing. That was business. Floyd is a prize fighter. It's different. When you scared and you doing it for business. Floyd a prize fighter. And he did it right on time for boxing. But y'all heard what I said. That's that. I'm standing on that. That's what it is. But hey, this the truth. Over here we tell the truth. Nothing but the truth. Always gonna be the truth. How's y'all later?